let's begin with explaining some important concepts that you run into the Unit 2.1, where we learn how to write and graph inequalities. So this is the first of the 3 or 4 videos that I will do to show you how this works in order to understand the whole concept, and then the rest of the chapter will be easily done. Okay, so let's begin how we interpret inequalities in different contexts. So that's why you will find this in the book as well, but I wanted to take the time to explain it. In words, we usually say, and as it was explained in a previous video, that we want to talk about a number, any number, that is greater than or equal to a certain value, right? We will have, as mentioned again, 4 situations, and we're going to analyze each of them and the different representations we use. We use either words, we use algebra, and we use a graph. So we're going to start with the first one, where a number x is less than 2. In this case, the algebraic form of it is x less than 2. Remember the symbol. And the graph, I'm going to do it right now, is we are thinking about any number that is less than 2, but we are not going to include 2 in that number set, which means that I'm going to stand here, and the way I'm going to graph that solution set is by drawing a circle on 2, because it's not going to include it, and then any number that is less than 2 is going to be on the left of this point. And we use the arrow to do that representation. That's how you graph this inequality x is less than 2. Similarly, we're going to do the other thing, or the different representations for the other 3 possibilities. When x is greater than 2, we use the symbol that goes the other way around, and as you might see, this inequality also starts from 2, but not including 2, but in this case, the arrow is going to point at the opposite direction than the other one. The difference between these 2 and the other 2 examples, you will see, is because in this case the number we're thinking of, or the number that is part of the solution, is less than 2 compared to this one. It would be the same, but we also include number 2 as part of the solution set, which means that we also use the less than symbol, but we also use this to represent the equal. And it's going to be similar to this arrow, with the difference that instead of just drawing the circle, I include 2, so I draw a dot with the corresponding arrow. Finally, this situation where x is greater than or equal to 2, I'm thinking about a set of numbers that are 2 or more than that, which means that I am going to be using the similar symbol using the equal sign here, and I'm going to start at 2, but this time the arrow points at the right. Can you see both of them are pointing at the right when you are greater, when it's greater than? And the difference between using the dot and the circle is when we're not using equal, we use the circle. When we are using equal, we use the dot. And that's it.